shutout for Sandy Alcantara.
Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Loaded Bases. I'm your host, Christian Pupo, along with my co-host, Zeke Milan.
What's up, guys?
And on this episode, we're going to be discussing some recent news involving two Dodgers, a Marlin, possibly two Marlins,
And a national.
and a National. Should be an interesting episode.
Yes, sir.
All right, so Mookie Betts got paid
Insanely paid.
by a team who doesn't do that often.
Right. And it's it's crazy because, well, the Red Sox didn't want to pay him, but the Dodgers do, which is crazy because if you look at it, it's usually the other way around. The Dodgers don't want to pay people, but the Red Sox are willing to throw money somebody's way.
Oh, yeah. Red Sox are just like the Yankees. They buy their championships incoming salty Yankee fans. But yeah, the Red Sox don't really grow their own players. They don't develop their own players. They trade, sign, free agents. But the Dodgers, they're the opposite. They're not a fan of the free agent market unless it's big names out there.
Unless your name is Clayton Kershaw.
Oh yeah. Well, like I said, he's homegrown. He's been with the Dodgers forever.
Yeah, that's true.
So, and they didn't even want to sign him to a lengthy extension. They gave him, what was it, 2 or 3 years at $90 million?
I think so, yeah.
But like,
yeah, I remember because I remember him saying after they lost in the championship series that he doesn't know if he'll be back or whatever. But I don't know if he was playing around or not.
He probably just used that as a leverage point.
Right.
Let the public know that he's
worked.
eyeing to leave unless he gets paid.
Right, it works. So whatever helps them sleep at night.
Yeah. But like the Dodgers, they don't like lengthy contracts. They were gonna offer Harper, I think it was something like it was over $30 million a year for like 4 years. So he'd get $120 million because they didn't want him on the team for a long period of time.
Which I understand, because once somebody turns like 34-ish, 33-ish, they start to get sluggish, and they just it's a game of dice. It's just a gamble. So I get why they don't like having players past their prime.
No, yeah. It's just it was about time they actually did it though. And they did it on a good player, like it was well deserved.
They did, but who can they pay now? I mean, what's their cap situation?
It's not a good situation
at all.
Because they have a bunch of guys coming up on like arbitration hearings, and some guys are going to need to resign.
Walker Buehler's one of those guys. He's going to be. Well, how long has he been in the league now? What, 3 years?
Yeah.
Or is this going to be his 3rd year?
I think this is his 3rd year.
Yeah, he only has 4 more years left, and I think in year 4, Mookie's going to be getting paid like $30 million, almost 40.
Yep. Corey Seager's coming up. His contract's almost over, and they're going to want to re-sign him.
Yep.
But if they can't offer him what he wants, he's going to walk.
For sure.
Bellinger too, and they're going to want Bellinger back.
But the thing with Bellinger is that he's going to want a huge contract.
And he deserves it.
He does. I don't think Bellinger is going to take that. Come on, look at our roster pitch. No, he's not doing that.
I mean, good for the team if he does, but he wants to be financially set, and he wants to be paid for the skills he has.
Right.
Which rightfully so are over the top good, even if he is a Dodger.
I mean, the Dodgers on paper, they've won the World Series the past 5 years. They just can't do it, on the field.
Yeah, on paper, you'd think they would have won about 3 by now.
Yeah.
Like, since they've been on this, how do you, like, playoff tear. They're constantly making the playoffs since, like, 2014. They just can't get
Yeah,
over the hump.
the problem with them is that they do a lot of talk, especially Dave Roberts, and it's just gonna bite you one day, and it's bitten them the past 3 years.
All fairness, they got cheated out in 17.
I get that, but at the end of the day, if you're not putting wood on ball, you're not really doing anything. So I can tell you this is going to be a fastball right down the middle or down low in the corner. If you don't make contact with that ball, then you're bad. You're horrible.
You're not going to win. You're not going to win anything. But Mookie's going to be the player to finally do it. Get them over the hump. Finally end that 30-plus year drought that they've been in.
I just don't want the memes to end. I don't. I really don't. Because I know the Rangers are going to be the first team on that. They're going to be like, hey, man, I know we've lost 2 in a row, but we've never lost 3.
Yeah. I mean, if they win, it's still going to be like, it's going to be labeled with an asterisk. It's because 60 games. But they're expected to win. And a World Series is a World Series, but it's a 60-game season. People aren't really going to count it.
Yeah. And now with the 16 playoffs, there's going to be 65 more games.
Yeah, there's going to be 16 teams in the playoffs this year.
Yeah, so there's going to be, instead of the 43 extra games that they play or 44 extra games that they play, it's going to be 65 extra games.
Yeah, 2 teams from each division, so first and second place. And I didn't see if there was going to be a wild card or not.
I think there should be. I'm pretty sure it'll be like 2 division teams and the same, just 2 wild card teams. Because that would be what? 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah. It's gonna be 2 from each division, which will be 6 teams, and then the 2 wild cards.
Okay. Oh, that's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be a fun postseason. Because like people have been saying, it's a sprint this year.
Yeah. There's no, like we've said, there's no room for error.
Nope. Whichever team's rotation stays the healthiest is going to win. Whichever team in general stays healthy is going to win. Which
brings us to our next, Dodgers player. Clayton Kershaw is on the IL.
Oh, yep. Scheduled to start tonight against Johnny Cueto and the Giants, and goes on the injured list with back stiffness.
Yeah. And Dustin May is now the opening day starter.
Didn't see that coming, to be honest.
I mean, I like it. I'd rather give Dustin May today and then Walker Buehler tomorrow.
Really? Okay. I would rather give it to Buehler today because he's been in the league. And give May tomorrow. Give him a day to kind of gather himself. Now he's got a bunch of adrenaline running to be the Dodgers opening day starter.
But May, May has it in him. May is disgusting. He's nasty.
No, yeah, he's good. He's really good.
He for sure has it in him to win this game tonight.
I was just surprised that they gave it to a rookie.
Hey, when you got trust,
unestablished rookie.
When you have trust, you have that trust, man. It's up to Dustin May to prove to the Dodgers that he belongs.
Which I think he does, just off his stuff. Only he can definitely compete.
He was really good. When did he come up? In September? He was really good when he pitched.
Yeah, he came out of the bullpen most of the time, but yeah, he showed great stuff. Slider's wicked and throws stupid hard. I still think Cueto's gonna win tonight.
I don't know, man.
I do. I think Cueto's gonna win.
I don't know. You gotta
veteran versus a rookie. Come on.
But you gotta hit the ball first. The Giants aren't. I just haven't seen enough from the Giants bats to.
Good pitching beats good hitting.
Yeah, you're right.
And Cueto knows how to pitch. You know, he doesn't just go up there. He doesn't go up there and just throw. He's kind of like a strategist because he doesn't throw too hard. Not anymore, at least.
Yeah, but again, the Giants bats, they need to be awake tonight. They need to be super awake.
Yeah. Yeah, you still need to put up runs. Whichever starter gives up the least amount of runs is going to win. Kind of obvious.
Yeah, of course. I mean, thanks, Booger McFarland.
I think Cueto's going to. It would be a kind of like it would be an interesting story for Cueto because he's coming back. Because he came back up off the injured list late last year, like really late last year. And I think he did pretty good despite his injury. So it'd be a pretty good story for him to come back the following year, win opening day against a powerhouse team like the Dodgers.
Yeah. Yeah, but oh man, I mean, Mookie Betts, Cody Bellinger, is Will Smith starting?
I don't know. Probably.
If he starts, it's gonna be hell for Cueto.
You just gotta throw Bellinger sliders low and in.
That doesn't work every single time. I mean, look at Big G. Look at Stanton. People thought throwing sliders outside low was going to work forever. Then he hit 59 home runs.
I mean, it worked in the 2017 World Series. Bellinger did not do too hot, and they threw a lot of sliders there.
Let's see. We have Austin Barnes starting.
No way.
Yeah.
He's good defensively.
He is, but I would rather have and I know is he still labeled as a rookie, Will Smith?
No.
No. I'd still rookie or not. I mean, the guy was insane last year. I would rather have Will
he was
Smith
good.
there. I'd rather
Dodgers
have
probably
Will
just
Smith
feel
there.
he still needs more polishing.
Yeah. Understandably. Bro, that outfield is so insane, bro. Mookie Betts, Cody Bellinger, and Jock Peterson.
I still think Cueto's going to win.
I'm not running on any single ground ball to left field if I'm at second, bro. I'm going straight to third, and that's it. I don't care if my coach is telling me to go. You're getting gunned out by all three of them. It doesn't matter where the ball's going.
Mookie's arm it's a thing of beauty.
It's amazing.
He just throws with such ease. It's really nice. Juan Soto tests positive, so the Nats take a hit.
Well, actually, I'm looking at it, and it says it was a false call. It says that he had an instant test today, saliva and nasal, and both of them were negative, but he still can't play today because he has to get a second test, and that second test has to be negative also.
Yeah, so either way, Nationals take a hit for a few days because tests have to be at least 24 hours apart.
Yeah.
So, and he has to test negative twice.
Yeah, so it was a scare, which, we're all happy he doesn't have COVID because he just played the Orioles. So that would be 60 people, right, including him because of 30-man roster. So it'll be 60 people that would potentially have COVID. So, thank God it was a scare and we can move on with life.
Yeah. Without Soto, I think the Yankees have a better chance at winning.
Oh yeah,
especially
so
with
much
Garrett
better.
Cole on the mound.
Yeah, bro. I think their chances go up from like 60% chances to at least 85.
Scherzer's good, but Soto is a huge hit.
Yeah. And not just Soto, they don't have Anthony Rendon anymore on that team hitting behind Soto.
Nope.
So
and Scherzer got kind of rocked when he pitched against the Mets, I believe.
Kind of rocked?
Gave up 7 earned.
Yeah, bro, he got destroyed.
It's gonna be an interesting game. 2 aces, but 1 ace is on a powerhouse team.
Yeah.
With guys who strike out a lot, and Scherzer strikes a lot of guys out. Stanton. Wait, is Stan playing?
That's the question. That's a very good question.
I don't remember if they activated him.
I'll tell you right now, he is playing DH.
Oh, he'll give you like 2 strikeouts right there.
Oh yeah, and he's hitting cleanup. Huh?
He's batting 4th.
Yeah, Hicks, Judge, Glaber, Stanton. Huh?
What is Gary batting 8th?
6, which is where I would put him.
Interesting.
The 6th spot, believe it or not, in my opinion, and I know probably a lot of people are going to disagree with me, the 6th spot is an RBI spot.
It's kind of.
I mean, because if you get 1, 2, and 3, right, on first, second, and third, no outs, and then the cleanup guy strikes out, and then the 5th guy, he could strike out or he could get you a base hit. It's either or when you're hitting 5th. The 6th spot, you want to have protection. You want to have somebody who could hit for power or hit situational for contact.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I see the 6th spot as. I would 100% put a power guy at 6.
Yeah. You said a guy who can just make contact. I don't think Gary's more of a contact guy.
Gary's a power guy. It's power or strikeout, but
yeah.
But I'd rather see him in the 6th spot.
I mean, with that team, he definitely has a chance of doing some damage with the guys on base.
Right. I mean, Gardner hitting 5th is kind of questionable. I'd rather see Luke Voigt or Gio Urshela hit 5th. But let's just see what the Yankees are trying to do with this lineup. Again, 60-game season. Mix everything up as much as you can. It's a sprint, not a marathon.
Is Clint Frazier in the lineup?
No.
Why not, man? He's so good.
I know, man. I know. They're
wasting his talent.
Yeah, it's Hicks, Judge, Torres, Stanton, Gardner, Sanchez, Voigt, Urshela, Tyler Wade.
Tyler Wade's playing the other outfield position?
Yeah, no, he's playing 2nd.
Oh, you said Hicks, Judge,
and Brett Gardner.
Yeah, Gardner. Gardner's batting 5th.
Yeah.
Well, Clint Frazier would have definitely been playing if the season went on as scheduled because Aaron Hicks would have still been recovering from Tommy John.
Yeah. So starting over Juan Soto or starting for Juan Soto would be Andrew Stevenson.
I don't even know who that is.
He had 30 at-bats last season and hit 367.
Oh, what a guy.
30 games, 30 at-bats. I don't know how that's possible, but 30 games, 30 at-bats. He went 11 for 30, a double, a triple, no homers, just a double, a triple, and had 11 strikeouts.
Oh, he's a contact and speed guy then.
Yeah, he had 6 walks.
How many strikeouts?
I like this guy. 367 batting average and 30 at-bats and a 486 on-base percentage.
How many strikeouts did he have?
That I can see. He had 11 strikeouts. 11 strikeouts and 6 walks.
That's not bad.
It's not. I like this guy. How old is he?
Nationals have a diamond in the rough?
Huh. He's young. He was born in 94. He's 26.
Oh, that guy's interesting.
Yeah, it's going to be super interesting.
Andrew Stevenson. Okay. Mr. Yep. Dave Martinez, got an ace up your sleeve. Okay, let's get to Marlins then. Brian Anderson and the Marlins discussing an extension.
And I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it, man. It's about time that we actually see somebody and say, this is the guy we want to keep. Because I know we had signed Yelich to an extension, traded him. Signed JT to an extension, traded him. It's about time, bro. Let's keep somebody on this team.
Yeah, it's about time we're investing in our young guys.
Yeah.
I don't like the number that was reported, though.
So this is what I was saying earlier in the group chat we were talking in. I think they only offered $30 million because they think that 2021 season is also going to be shortened because this whole Corona thing is like it's the ETA for it to end is like 2022 or something. So that's why they said 5 years, $30 million, and they'll talk more about it in the winter. Because in the winter you can there's going to be more than enough news to find out if there's going to be a 162 game season or a 60 game season.
Yeah. But $30 million for 5 years, I don't know.
It could be something they restructure also.
No, yeah, okay. I know it's just like it's like a starting point.
Yeah.
But you could have started a little better.
Right. For sure. I think it's for now it's just a number.
Like, to be honest, if they learned anything from what happened with JT, they would have offered a better number. JT walked.
Yeah.
He did not like the number that they offered him. And I don't think Brian Anderson likes the number that they offered him either. Like, yeah, he's not making big bucks yet, so he doesn't like really have kind of like that base point.
But do you know what's the difference between Andy and JT? Andy was the one who gave the hint to the Marlins, I want to stay here. To JT,
yeah, the Marlins Andy actually wants to stay.
Yeah, for JT, the Marlins like reached out to him.
It's good. It's good that they're talking about it. That's the main point, or the main part that's positive. Is that they both have an interest of wanting to work something out so Andy can stay long term.
Yeah.
But there's another player who's also coming up on arbitration and should probably be discussing some contract details. Jorge Alfaro. We have no catcher behind him.
We don't. And despite his strikeouts, I'd love to see him stay. With Alfaro, there's only room to improve. I don't think there's any room for him to get worse. I mean, he's not bad, but his strikeout numbers are just too high.
I think it's going to improve.
Yeah. Like, there's only room for improvement, you know? His defense, I love it. I believe his arm can get stronger. I don't know what his pop time is. I think his pop time is like 1.6, 1.5. Hopefully it can get dropped down to like 1.4. His power is insane. Contact is good. The main thing that I worry about is just him striking out too much.
Especially in runner in scoring position situations. That happened a lot last year. He struck out a lot with a runner on second or third.
Yeah.
But we don't have a catcher behind him. Like in the minors, we have Will Banfield, but he's not doing too hot either. Other than that, we don't really have anybody.
I think that's our plan for next draft is to draft infield guys because we did outfield 2 years ago or last year. We did pitchers this year. I believe we'll do infield starting next year.
Yeah,
We'll go for
I think it's
catcher.
especially important that we keep Alfaro because we gave up JT for him.
Yeah.
So I think a deal needs to be done.
But I mean, we also got Sixto in return, so one of those guys has to pan out.
Yeah, and Sixto's hasn't been pitching all that much. He just started pitching in Jupiter. It took forever to happen.
Yeah. So this is just it's a gamble. It's a huge gamble. So hopefully Alfaro can get it together for these 60 games. You don't really get a lot of at bats, so hopefully we could see what he has. Hopefully they bring him up by game 15-ish. Honestly, I wouldn't care if they have Sixto in the bullpen for a short period of time. I just want to see him pitch in the majors.
Yeah, it'd be nice just to see him pitch.
It'd be nice to hear Severino say, and coming up to the mound, Sixto Sanchez.
Yeah, I mean, his progress needs to be sped up. It's taking longer than anticipated for him to start throwing.
Yeah.
Alfaro, again, we need to take one of his arbitration years. And I think it's either after this year or next year that it's his first arbitration. So should probably be talking about a contract soon. It depends how this year goes for him, though.
Right.
Like if his strikeout numbers go down, then I think that's a good sign that he's been improving, especially with the new hitting coach.
Oh, Harrelson, bro. You've already seen like improvements in everybody's bat just in the 2 exhibition games that we saw.
Yep. Isan, I think, hit 2 missiles.
Oh my God, ropes, bro. He hit it so hard the ball didn't want to drop. Like the ball just stayed in the air.
Isan's gonna be excited.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna be exciting.
Oh yeah.
I like the dreads. Be exciting.
The dreads is a nice touch on Isan.
Okay, well, 2 exhibition games are done. Spring training 2.0 is done. I think it was a good spring training from when it began in February to when it ended in July.
Yeah. Yeah, and then hopefully it all carries over now starting tomorrow cuz I just want to see something happen, man. I do.
Yeah, I want to see some progress.
Yeah.
I think overall it was a good spring training. I would have liked to see Sixto out there, but his progress was slowed.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to see Monty on the 30-man, but they decided he wasn't ready yet.
Yeah. Any news on what's going on with Brinson?
Nope, just that he's on the injured list. But he's in Jupiter.
Yeah, but like that's so weird. They haven't given an explanation or anything.
No, Matt Joyce is on the injured list too,
and they haven't said anything about him either.
Nope. I don't even think like they put why he's on the injured list.
No, that's what I mean. Like they haven't said why. They haven't come up with a reason to tell the fans or anything.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Nope. Doesn't say anything. Steckenrider's got moved to the 60-day.
He's gonna miss the whole season.
I don't think so. I think he'll be back middle, 30 games in.
Well, it's a 60. It's only a 60-game season, so you only have so many off days,
Yeah.
And the Braves start with 20 games in a row.
Yeah, I know. Hopefully Steckenrider's back for playoffs because we're making the playoffs.
We're making the playoffs. Yo, you heard it here first. We are making the playoffs.
I don't see why not.
I mean, I guess a third place team can actually make the playoffs now because of the wild card.
Or we could just get second place.
I don't know, bro.
Or first place, just take it right from the Braves.
Again, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I want to be as optimistic as you are, but I don't know.
Okay, so Lewis Brinson's on the 10-day, and Matt Joyce and Steckenrider on the 60-day.
Oh, wow.
So that's interesting.
That's super interesting.
But it doesn't COVID have their own list?
Yeah, it's like I think it's a 10-day IL.
Okay, then Matt Joyce.
The thing is that they have to say who has COVID. They can't just say, I'm going to put this guy on the injured list because.
I mean, they don't have to make it public. They can only make it public with permission from the players. So, if they have it, and hopefully they don't, if they do, they didn't give permission for it to be announced. Like they have to report it obviously to the league, but they don't have to make it public with their names. Which is probably the case.
Yeah, it could be.
But I don't know. We'll see. 60-day though. Yikes for Matt Joyce.
Yeah, that's tough because it's honestly the season. You can't even call it a 60-day IL anymore. You just got to call it the season.
Yeah, and he can hit too. Like he was definitely going to be a good addition to the lineup.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, because I know you can be put on the 60-day IL and be taken out earlier than that. So hopefully it's something that's just like 20, 30 games or something, and not all 60.
Yeah, exactly. I think Brinson will join the club soon. I think Monty will join the club soon, probably next week. Somebody
said that the whole Monty not making the roster is just so they could put him a week and on the quote-unquote minor leagues, and then after that week, he'll be on the team for an extra year. So we'll have his service for an extra year. So then they'll just call him up.
Yeah, it's service time manipulation.
Yeah, so
that's the same reason why Joe Adele didn't make the Angels roster.
I mean, it's the same reason why Chris Bryant didn't make the roster when he got called up.
Yeah, he wasn't happy about that either.
He's not. I think he's still fighting it.
Yeah, he's still mad. Yeah, I think Monty will be up next week once it's for sure that we'll have him an extra year because of service time.
Hopefully, because there's some guys on the roster where I'm just like, why are you even up here right now?
Yeah, a lot of teams are doing that though. They want to, because if you think about it, why put your top prospects on the roster to only have them for half a season? It's a waste.
Yeah, exactly.
So by calling them up a week later, you get them an extra year.
Yeah, and I mean, don't get me wrong, I'd love Monte for another year, but at the same time, I want to see him play now, not later.
Well, that's all the time we have today on this episode of Loaded Bases. Thank you for joining us.
For more updates on when there's going to be new episodes, or if you want to ask any questions, you can log on Twitter and find us at Loaded Bases 5R. Thank you, guys. God, bro. Sheesh.
That's funny.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, baseball time, man.